So we have covered the upstream part. So what we have left is how to create a sourcing supplier performance project. So far, what we have seen is related to the supplier onboarding and doing a qualification and also preparing the supplier. Apart from that, we also have a modular questionnaire where we can collect other information that will be kept open for a certain period of time. And also we can update our template so that the latest information can be collected from all the people instead of sending each invite that we have seen in the last week. So the left one will be how to create a supplier performance project. So supplier performance project is something similar to which we are having from HR side, review period or performance appraisal period, how HR collects the information with the supplier, the reporting manager's approval. The similar way, we will be doing a supplier evaluation. Either we can do internally or we can do with the outside people. So what is outside people means the supplier can participate against the responses, or we can gather the information internally by the project members. Say, for example, procurement team or receiving team or any material team, whether the quality is good or not, quality team like that, we can gather information from them. How we are going to do that project is you have to click on create and click on supplier performance management project. By clicking this,
don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
It will take you to create. Similar to all our upstream project, we will be creating a supplier performance project. So first we will try to create a project and we will look into the template level. The first one I am going to create for SPM for my Supertech. I am going to do for the Supertech supplier. Then copy the same. Test project no English. Here we can evaluate the supplier performance based on the commodity, department, and region. So all these combinations, generally the ARIBA recommends is commodity and the region, and it gives an optional if the client wants to include region also part of the classification we can use and we can evaluate the supplier. Why this option is given is the same supplier may be supplying for 2 or 3 kind of commodities. You want to evaluate only for one particular commodity, not for other commodity, then you can utilize this functionality. For example, I want to do commodity based for the supplier for IT support and service. Then I am selecting the commodity and I am going to select the region. For which region I want to do the supplier. I am selecting for India. Then again department, if there is any department, probably I am taking Tamil Nadu. Okay. If you have any predecessor, if you have conducted any performance project the supplier earlier, if you want to use, then you can use. And here you need to select the supplier.
So we can evaluate supplier based on department as well in ARIBA.
Yes, yes. That is additional feature. Okay. Normally commodity and region will be provided. If you want to include department by default, so then you need to ask ARIBA, then they will give this option to evaluate the 3 combinations.
They will add it, activate this option.
Correct. Supertech. I am doing for the supplier. Similarly, like we have one template, best practices supplier performance template, or HCL, Honda Cars India Limited, supplier performance. At this selection, I will be like to take best practices supplier performance, and it is asking me how I am going to do this cycle. Whether it is quarterly or semi-annually, I need to select it. Or it is also possible to add annually, or you want to do once in 2 years. That all depend upon the customer that we will be configuring in the template level. The first one I want to do for semi-annually. That means once in 6 months or yearly once we want to do it. Then click create.
Shri, sorry to interrupt. What was this predecessor project means?
That means if you have worked any other related information for this project, that can be included in that project. For example, you are doing for 2012, 2022 now. Next year, if you are doing, then you can utilize it. Predecessor, when you are creating a new project and take this as a predecessor project, then you can select this
previous project, whichever it is we have created, or we can take that as a reference.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Prior creating this project, if you have collected or gathered some information using any of the project, then you can use that predecessor project. So some values will be copied from that project into this, probably teams or any documents or any.
Shri, like if I'm understanding correctly, the predecessor project is simply like the copy functionality which we use in SAP ERP. So
No.
similar
So,
like the copy when we
there is
create
two
a
options.
contract.
No. When you're creating, it will give you two options. Copy project. So that project will be copied with the little bit with some values. If you're saying predecessor, then you will be having a link also. Here, if you're clicking a link, it will take you to the predecessor project. From predecessor project also, follow-on project will be shown. So that way the link will happen if you're selecting predecessor project.
Oh, so copy is a different functionality here?
Yes.
Okay. But we couldn't see the copy button in the first page. Okay, thank you.
So going to create supplier performance project. This is applicable even for content workspace also. Here you are selecting it. Okay,
thank you so much.
When I'm selecting it, it copies the previous project details, including the terms and other things also. If there is any existing process which I have created, then I can able to select from here. Probably, I think you can even take any of the content workspaces or any project you can take. So that will have a link to that. From sourcing, if you are creating SPM, then you can use that project. For example, I want to select sourcing project.
Okay, understood. So sourcing request is the predecessor project for sourcing project, like that, whatever is the previous project.
After the sourcing project, if you want to do performance management, then you can refer this project.
Sourcing project as a predecessor project.
Just
okay.
Canceling.
Okay. Got it.
Manage. Recent.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
So now any of the it's the same like whatever we are doing upstream project. You have incomplete tasks of 5 need to be complete, and the initial page will give you basic details about the project attributes. And second will show you the documents related to this project, which is minutes of meeting. If any performance you want to conduct, prior that you might have initiated, or it is possible to initiate from now on to have what we want to collect from the meeting. So the meeting will happen between the internal departments and also internal users. In general way, suppose you want to do a supply performance, and the person who is doing this project, he will call the relevant parties. For example, say he can call from the quality department, he can call the supplier sourcing team, and he can also call supplier side representative if anyone executive anyone is referring. So they will sit and they will decide it. We are performing. We have seen some reviews or some issues with you, or we have analyzed you're doing good, whether you are able to supply additional product. What could be, whatever be the discussion, that will be done in minutes of meeting. So Ariba provides you a standard template. From there, you can utilize, or you can default, or you can change the things you want to do. When we go to the task, it is created as a 3 phases. Planning phase. Planning is the first phase where you will be gathering the information, and second is monitor semi-annually. This will be a recurring phase. So now you are doing this review for 6 months, and after 6 months, you want to do once again the same review. Suppose in this 6 months, if this performance is not as expected, then you will conduct one more cycle. So in that also, if he is not performing well, then you will take a decision. If he is doing better, then you will continue to monitor him, or if he is doing, then you can ignore this as an optional. It all depends upon the project, and this is again will be done by the business. So for some vendors, they want to do monitor semi-annually, or they will recycle it, or it is not necessary, they can ignore also. That options are available. It's fully flexible. We can able to configure in the template level. Now, if you're seeing 5 tasks, let's complete one of the project, then we will go to the template level. Then seeing the teams, here you have project owner. The same, the person who is creating the workspace will become the project owner. Supplier relationship manager, someone we can assign into supplier relationship manager. Message board, same like common which we have seen. History tab will show you what has happened so far in this event. So these are all created in the background. When you're saying a click, automatically the documents are generated by Ariba, and you will see the user under our name, it has been created. Okay. Now going to the tasks, the first one, it is saying review performance targets and goals, and against what document it is referring this task, and MOM. So I had to say view task details or mark started, then mark complete. If you want to see the document, click on this view task detail. On the left hand side, you will be able to see this document. Either you can download and edit or upload edited document or replace a document. Let's download this document. So this is the template which is provided by Ariba, standard one. Or if you have your own, then you can also upload the date. For example, enable editing.